So, it came out.
Yeah.
The news came out. Batman news. Zoe Kravitz as Catwoman. What do you got?
I mean, I've seen her in a couple of different things. She was in the Mad Max thing, Fury Road, and she was in something else. I can't remember.
She did Rough Night with Scarlett Johansson and that whole the girl.
Okay, that's what it
ensemble.
was. That's what it was.
She was in First Class. No stranger to the comic world because she was in First Class.
Right.
She played Angel Salvador. I think that was her name.
She was a dancer and with the wings and stuff like that. Yeah.
And then she played Mary Jane on Spider-Verse. Voice work.
Okay.
So she's no stranger to that.
Okay.
And then you factor in personal life. Her stepfather is Aquaman.
It's crazy.
And her godmother is Aunt May, Marissa Tomei.
Crazy. And then her dad is a rock star.
And her dad is a rock star.
This is crazy.
Is she just badass or what? Maybe.
So this is one of those things where you feel like you're entitled. I mean, because she has every opportunity.
No, I don't agree with
She
that.
didn't get this role because she's entitled, but I'm just saying it was like, it's
all
not
right.
gonna be entitled. It's gonna be her.
So we're gonna run this down and then we'll get into Zoe real quick.
Okay.
All right. We got obviously Robert Pattinson's Batman.
Right.
We have Jeffrey Wright, who was just cast as Commissioner Gordon.
Okay.
The first African American to play Commissioner Gordon.
Okay.
Jonah Hill is either going to be the Riddler or the Penguin. We talked about that briefly the last time. And now it is flat out confirmed outside of Jeffrey Wright that Zoe Kravitz is Catwoman. Okay.
All right. So once again, by the way, he's gonna be the Penguin because this just confirmed that they're doing Batman Returns.
Okay. You think so?
Catwoman and the Penguin. They're doing Batman Returns.
But to throw you for a loop, you'd put Riddler in there.
Catwoman,
All right.
Penguin. They're doing Batman Returns.
Josh Gad is Penguin.
Can she look as good in freaking spandex as Michelle Pfeiffer?
No, she cannot. But let's go a little bit further. Okay, so Catwoman has been played by a different amount of different actresses, all diverse pretty much. So you got starting out with Eartha Kitt in the 1960s series.
Yeah.
And then you had Michelle Pfeiffer, and then recently, the most recent actually, you had Anne Hathaway.
There was another one before they did Eartha Kitt.
Yes, it was.
She wasn't as memorable as Eartha Kitt. But
no, actually she was, but not in the role.
Yeah.
And I don't want to say that it was Hedy Lamarr.
I'm gonna put it down.
I don't think it was.
There it is.
Dude. Okay, well there it is. And she's Kitty Galore? No, that's not her name. I can't remember. Anyway, but you have these actresses, and then at towards the end you have Halle Berry.
Yeah.
Or not the end, but in the middle there you had Halle Berry between Pfeiffer and Hathaway.
So we've had a situation where we've had a white Catwoman, a black Catwoman, and it's been back and forth between Halle and Eartha have been black, and then Michelle Pfeiffer and what's her name from Batman Rises. Batman.
Anne Hathaway.
Yeah.
Batman Rises.
Batman
Dark
Rises.
Knight Rises.
Whatever.
So here's
Batman
the part.
5.
Here's the part where I Batman 5. So here's the part where I'm going back and forth. And me and Roy at Bloody Flicks, you want to follow him and give him a bunch of crap. That is whether or not Zoe Kravitz was chosen for her talent or for her diversity.
I think she was chosen for diversity, but there is they've already have a precedent set because of Eartha Kitt and Halle Berry to say that Catwoman can be black. And if you look at who they have cast in this DC cinematic universe, there's really no black people but Cyborg.
Okay.
I see that.
Fair enough. Except in Tim Burton's, because it was...
but just in this current iteration.
I know. You're right.
In this current iteration, the only person black in here is Cyborg.
Okay.
So they needed to make it more diverse. Everybody's white, Samoan. Right?
But now you're looking at it that way. In saying that she is more because of
not to say that she's not. She's done. She's done great things, but they've
talent. That's the part that I have a problem.
Okay, so I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that they were not going to choose a white Catwoman because
then why
they still can pick somebody talented, but make sure that they pick somebody who is of color, so that way they can show diversity in their universe.
Then why audition anybody else but African American women?
Because then they can't say that they're only looking because it's the same way.
Which is why.
So here's the thing. So it's the same thing in NFL. in the NFL, they have to when they're interviewing for a coach, they have to interview people of color, just because. Even if there's a high-end, like a high-profile coach out there that they want to get, they still have to interview people of color. We're getting too political as I dive into this.
And we don't want to do that. We don't want to do that.
But it doesn't mean that it's like I think their whole idea was to get somebody of color, but they can't sit up there and this is where we're at as far as is in
society.
Yeah. So they had to, but they didn't want to automatically say that's where we're going with that. If, like I said, look at their cast. Look at their cast of all their movies. Everybody's white. They had to get somebody of color. I recently put on Twitter, if you guys want to, it's like, hey, Terrence, you were against this to begin with. Yeah. Because my feeling with it is that I don't want you to change the ethnicity of a character just for diversity. I would rather you just put in a character who is that ethnicity in the damn thing.
Okay. Now, saying that,
I don't need Catwoman right now. You could have done, what's the girl who has all the animal powers? Oh, God, and I'm so bad with names. But she was in the Suicide Squad. She was in, oh my God.
Okay, so animal powers?
Yeah, so they actually have a character in the DC universe. One that they had, they did a TV show kind of sort of back in the day called Vixen. The character is Vixen. She has, she can call on different animal powers. She doesn't change shape like Beast Boy, but she has different animal powers. Like she gets tigers and, animals. I only know one animal.
So she becomes these animals.
Yeah, so she gets, she kind of becomes the animal. Okay. She kind of becomes the animal. So you could have done something like that. And it's like, just use those characters. But DC has black characters, use them. Okay, you don't have to change the ethnicity just because you just don't want to do other things. I feel like that's lazy.
Okay, and fair enough. But
I'm sorry, they do have a black character, Viola Davis.
So let's go through her filmography.
Amanda Waller. That's their one black character.
Okay, so she was in Divergent.
Okay.
Fantastic Beasts.
That's right, she was in Divergent.
Fantastic Beasts.
Was she in Fantastic Beasts?
Yeah, she was in a movie called Dope.
I did see Dope. She was actually really good.
She was very good.
She was really good.
She was
really good in Dope.
Okay. After Earth, we'll excuse her for that.
Hey, look. Nobody's at fault but Jaden Smith in that movie.
That's very true. Take a knee. And that's just to name a few. Like you said, Mad Max. She's done all these other ones.
I don't take away from her acting ability.
I don't take that as far as her talent. That's what I'm saying. That I want to know that, or I want to feel comfortable with the choice if their choice was based off of her talent. Because from what I read, her reading with Robert Pattinson was really good.
Okay, then I will assume that that's what it was. But the inside of me says that that's not what it was about, that it was about the fact that they needed to show more diversity.
There is an actress, and her name is Ana de Armas.
Okay.
And there was a look about her, and I'm sure T put something up right now. There's a look about her and Vanessa Kirby that I think. Now, I'm not talking about just a look about Catwoman. When you see Catwoman, that's what you see. But then I go back and I start looking at the Arkham series. And Selena Kyle looks very different in the Arkham series. And Zoe Kravitz has that look. She does resemble Selena Kyle in certain parts. Because, she is, outside of being a very talented actress, she also changes, her appearance for a lot of the roles are different. Like, her role in Rough Night is way different than her role in how she looks in Mad Max and so forth, So I think she's diverse, not in her ethnicity, but she's diverse she's almost like a chameleon. She can change and become these characters. So at first I was really down about the choice. But then after seeing Ana de Armas and then thinking about Vanessa Kirby, but then I started thinking about whether or not it was that was bothering me about the choice was whether or not it was going to be based off talent or just the fact of that. And if it is just based the fact off that, then doesn't that discredit her? So let's just.
I don't think it was just the fact of that. It's like they wanted to be diverse and the fact that she's a good actress.
So it's a double. They get both.
It's like they get both. They were like, we're gonna cast a great black actress for this role. That's what they were looking. But that doesn't take away the fact that we're going black. We're going black with this one. Robert Pattinson needs some chocolate.
Have you seen Kristen Stewart?
Oh my God. I mean, who should we blame? I mean, because she's gay, so I mean, like.
Damn you, Pattinson.
Don't mess this one up, man. Don't mess this one up. So anyway, it's like, she's gonna do a great job. I'm not gonna be upset. Well, hopefully, I'm not gonna be upset with the job that she does in the role. It's just that I would have preferred, if you wanted to bring diversity into it, DC has black characters. Bring them into it. You don't have to change everybody's ethnicity. And I know the internet's gonna go ablaze because you have races out there that don't want to see particular characters have their ethnicity changed because that's just who they are. But in the same breath, I'm on the side of you don't have to when you have other things to draw from. If they only had white characters, fine. But you have other characters.
Well, this goes back to the whole when they picked I think what is her name, Halle Bailey for Ariel.
Oh yeah.
When they had that and
Halle Berry for Ariel,
and now they have Jeffrey Wright as Commissioner Gordon, who in every single iteration of Black
I don't care about
Batman
because Commissioner Gordon is such a. I mean, he's an important character, but in the grand scheme of things, he's not that big of a character. Just like when Billy Dee was Two-Face,
or when Larry Fishburne was Perry White.
Yeah.
Man of Steel.
It's a character that means something, but it's not that big of a deal. So I understand when who cares if he's white or black, white, black, yellow, whatever. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to me what color Catwoman is because she's been black before at least twice, or technically 3 times now. But I'm just saying it's like you don't have to do it just to say like, hey, we're diverse. I would rather you just include a character that maybe you guys have. Give shine to other black characters.
Fair enough. So next one is we're gonna see when they recast Blade
as a white man,
as Bradley Cooper is Blade.
You know what? I would see that.
Terrence, take us home.
As long as Wesley Snipes is Whistler, I will see that. Can he have the tattoos? Can he have the flat top? Put Bradley Cooper in a flat top like Hawkeye. Hawkeye as Blade. He had the sword and everything, dude. Write this down.
Jeremy Renner, new Blade, book it.
All right.
Terrence, take us home.
I don't even know how to follow that. But anyway, look, I know you guys are going to blow me up in the comments, but everything I said was truthful. Hey, put it in the comments below. Tell us how you guys feel. Let's have a discussion about it. Let's have a discussion. Don't just yell at me. Let's have a discussion and don't thumbs down this video just because you don't like what I said. But also to make sure you subscribe and click the notification bell. You probably hate me by now. You're probably not going to do it. But please do it anyway.
Oh, man. Hey, if there's any other... Sorry. You're a dork. If there's any other stories or anything that you see out there that you want us to talk about, please comment below, and we'll be more than happy to research that and talk about it. For Aspen and Art, where the hell they're at, I'm Manny.
#Hawkeye as Blade.
And we'll see you next time.